The skirl of the pipes are calling for a gathering of the clans. From the north and south they'll be coming, from the east and west as well. The clans, they are a gathering. They come for the games and camaraderie. They come for the music and the food. They come to be together as kith and as kin.
No, you're not in Scotland, Ireland, or Wales, but you are in the land of Celts. This is the Black Hills Highland Festival and Scottish Games, an annual gathering of people celebrating their Celtic roots.
First started in 1897 under the stewardship of Clan Stewart, this festival drew hundreds from surrounding towns eager to share their cultural heritage. The festival thrived until shortly after World War I and then faded into history. But fortunately for Sturgis, some people cherish their cultural bonds.
Well, it got started a number of years ago when my wife Elizabeth and I started going to Scottish festivals in the United States. That interest intensified over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And we got very involved in Clan Campbell, North America. And I became chaplain for a number of Scottish games. And then we moved to the Black Hills. And we said, wouldn't it be fun to start some Scottish games in the Black Hills? Only to find out that there had been some back in 1897. So we just started up something that faded out around World War I.
When a person hears the bagpipes, if they like it, they probably are a Celt at heart. If they don't, they don't. And it's the same way with festivals. If you get to a festival, you just want to be everywhere all day long and just soak it up. And another way you could look at it, it's kind of like you're fixed for the year, keeps you going. It makes you feel like you belong somewhere.
Clan Stewart continues to play a role in the revived festival in the person of Barbara Lutz, granddaughter to the festival founder, Gregor Cruikshank.
My grandfather came over here from Scotland in 1883, and he started working for the homestake. Well, the clan people are very, they're very close-knit. They love to be a part of themselves. So they started the clans, and of course, Gregor was not only a dancer, but he was a bagpiper, and his two brothers, Duncan and Alex. Duncan was the bagpiper major, and Alex was a dancer. So they had enough just within their family to get this started, and there seemed to be a great need for it.
Pipers, drummers, singers, and dancers, this festival has it all, including its very own knight, Sir Wayne McAfee, host to the 2001 festival.
I was knighted in the Order of St. George, and St. George is the oldest order of knights in the world. It was founded in 312 by Constantine the Great. I was the 32nd American to ever receive it, and that was in 1994. In my research that I've done on the Celtic families, it's a calling of the family back together, and this trend is getting greater and greater in the United States. I'm glad to see it because over the years, I've put over 150 of my family back in communications with each other by traveling the United States and doing these festivals. And I think a lot of other people are going to find the same thing. They're going to find family they didn't even know existed.
No festival would be complete without food. And Scottish food not only takes some time to prepare, it takes a bit of getting used to.
The haggis is a traditional meat sausage of Scotland. And the haggis was done inside the sheep's stomach, which was a convenient container in which to cook it. It was made with lamb heart, lamb oatmeal, Scottish oatmeal, which is roasted and milled, onions, cracked black pepper. Beef suet was used because most people don't like the taste of lanolin, and that you will get if you use lamb suet. And then the other ingredient that normally would be in a haggis is the lights or the lungs. USDA will not approve that in this country, so we substitute a little beef heart. And it's a very, very good sausage. If you're used to eating a hot dog, you've eaten everything that's in a haggis, and a whole bunch of things you probably don't want to know about.
In days gone by, the women would put their husband's lunch in a cloth bag and heave it across the river, hence the origin of the haggis toss.
Like the food, the games take a lot of preparation. But first, I have to figure out what to do with this thing.
Nice throw. I'll tell you, this is really an excellent competition. Okay, Wisconsin. Chet Weymouth. And he gets a good one and almost nails one of our officials. They do get 20 extra points if they wipe out one of the officials.
One of the primary goals of this festival is to keep alive the heritage, history, and genealogy of those Celts who settled in this region of the United States.
So much of our history, particularly in South Dakota, is Scottish and Irish immigrants. They came to the hills, they helped in the railroads, they helped in the mines. Most of the Scottish big cattle ranches started before the turn of the century. So there are a lot of us here.
It becomes a family reunion time when we can really be and be recognized by who we are as a people of Scots-Irish descent. So that's what it is for me, is a gathering of the clan. We're migrating people. So, and they're definitely going to go to the highlands of South Dakota, which are our Black Hills, because that's what they recognize as home.
Oh, ye'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland no party, but me and my true love will never meet again.
I love this festival. I love the people, the history here, the beauty of it. And you know, it's growing. It's growing every year. It started out very small with just a few people's dream, and it's grown from there, and every year better and better. Look at it this year. It's wonderful.
We've never been here before. We've played fairly large festivals throughout the States, and we're not really fond of the larger festivals. You just kind of get lost in it. And so in the smaller festival situation, you actually get to meet the people and have a chat with them, so there's a number of small festivals that we'd like to go to, and Tom Campbell expressed an interest in us coming out, and we knew that we were just returning from Ireland and Scotland, and that we would be available. So a number of things came together to make it happen, but we're glad we came out. It's been a lot of fun.
We really enjoy audiences that seem to connect themselves before we play. And you can tell that by the volume of conversation that's going on amongst people, and we could hear it here. You know, obviously it's a community that know each other, and we feel very comfortable in that environment because that's the environment in which we were raised.
I think it's really important to get to the children, you know. It doesn't matter whether they're Scottish or Irish background, they could be Hispanic, they could be Native American, it doesn't matter. It's experience this music and this culture, and we'll experience theirs even.
No Highland Festival would be complete without music, and music to the soul of a Scot would not be music without the bagpipe. Has the traditional sound of the pipes changed over the years?
We still have that traditional sound. The drones are still tuned to a specific note on the bagpipe. The only thing that we've changed is the actual pitch of the instrument has risen slightly, and can be and is tweaked quite a bit higher than its original pitch. It creates a bit more of a brightness to the sound, creates a little cleaner sound, a little easier to get it tighter. Okay, keep blowing. It's got a squeak. We got to get a squeak. There she is.
All right, I think I need a little more practice.
We only do it because we love doing it. It's a toll taker, but Elizabeth and I absolutely love our heritage. We love our festival. We love the Black Hills, and we wanted to contribute something to this little town of Sturgis. And as you probably know, Sturgis is noted for another event during the summer, and we wanted to make sure that people know that Sturgis also has an event like this.
South Dakota should be proud of its cultural diversity. It makes no difference if you're Norwegian, Russian, German, Scot, Irish, or Welsh. At the Black Hills Highland Festival and Games, we're all kith and kin.